Just a quick one, guys, before we get into today's video. We have released our brand new summer drop that includes some new and exciting designs, including our Arne Slot t-shirt, European Royalty t-shirt, Trophy Wall tee and others. We've also introduced jumpers to our store. Do browse the new collection by going down into the link in the description or head into copyclothing.com. Anyway, let's get into today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, guys. Hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Guys, in today's video, as always, we are here to bring you up to date with all of the latest Liverpool news from the last 24 hours. That includes our title. Yes, a huge Liverpool transfer twist is on the card. We'll discuss that whilst going through everything else all in today's video. But of course, let's go through this first. Yes, they're back. The boys are back in town. As Liverpool's pre-season tour concluded in the early hours of Sunday morning, 6 of the 7 final players to report for pre-season were then spotted at the AXA. Arne Slot has been operating without a number of his senior options so far this summer, but that will change at the start of the coming weeks with 6 players reporting back on Sunday. Van Dijk, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Cody Gakpo, Joe Gomez, Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez all linked back up at the training ground, though there has not yet been a sign of Alisson. Slot has confirmed before his side's 3-0 win that his remaining of his internationals would be back on Tuesday, and while this certainly earlier, he will have been implying a training return. After flying back to Merseyside straight after the meeting with Manchester United, the travelling squad will be given time off before looking ahead of their next doubleheader at Anfield next Sunday. Alisson was knocked out of the international competition earlier than the others, with the other 6, with his heartbreaking start after Brazil were knocked out of the Copa America on July 7th. That is a close to a month off, which Virgil van Dijk and Cody Gakpo were only a couple days short of after they bowed out in the semi-finals of the Euros to England. Liverpool's number 1 will now be losing any conditioning by having a long summer break, but it's interesting that he is the one who has seemingly been given a longer holiday. He will be expected to be involved in training on Tuesday with the rest of the squad, as Slot confirmed himself. The outfield players, meanwhile, after enjoying breakfast together, will undergo fitness testing before they get a taste of what life is like under new management. And by accounts of their teammates, they'll have plenty to look forward to. So there you go. Things are starting to look pretty normal now. Most of the other players have returned back once again. They'll be putting through their paces a little bit. And you'll probably start to see maybe some of them feature in that game, of course, against Sevilla or Las Palmas at the weekend. Moving on to a little bit of transfer news, guys, and Liverpool had 32 players for the final stop of their US tour, but only 22 featured. Of the 10 who did not play against Manchester United, 3 are subject to transfer interest. Yes, Slot closed out of his US portion of a pre-season on a high note with a 3-0 win over Manchester United, but the number of chances conceded has given him plenty of thought for a trip back to Merseyside. What will also be on his mind over the last few weeks is the makeup of his squad, as he's been eager to take a look at what he has inherited before transfer decisions are made. It's an unorthodox summer with so many senior players reporting late for training, which has meant younger players have had to stick around longer before they can make their move. Luke Chambers, who did feature against Manchester United, is set to rejoin Wigan on loan, having also provided adequate cover on the left back position as Andy Robertson and others follow him. Of the 10 players missing from the matchday squad against Erik ten Hag's squad, James McConnell, Katie Gordon and Owen Beck have attracted concrete interest in their services. As per the Mail's Lewis Steele, McConnell and Gordon have loan interest from clubs outside of the Premier League, Hull, Blackburn, Derby, Huddersfield and Birmingham City, and have all been named as admirers of the former. Beck, meanwhile, has suitors in the Championship, Germany and the Netherlands, where the permanent move reportedly preferred by Liverpool over another temporary switch. It's not to say that they were left out due to possible transfers being in the pipeline, as niggles and extra rest could have also came into play, but they're ones to watch. Robertson, who is injured, Dominic Szoboszlai, who's rested, and Alexis McAllister, who was omitted, all sat out, as to Marcelo Petruga, Harvey Davies, Amar Analo and Luis Kumes. There has been a lot of reported interest in Petruga, Davies and Kumes just yet, but they could find themselves in the loan pool as Slot's plans for 2024-2025 fall into place. Other ones to keep an eye on potentially are Carvalho, who of course had a £15 million bid rejected this morning, and Bobby Clark, who had a £6 million bid rejected from RB Salzburg. And then, of course, Sepp van der Berg, Tyler Morton's futures all hang in the balance a little bit as well. But one player that doesn't look like is going anywhere in a massive transfer twist and a massive transfer U-turn, it does seem as though Liverpool are claimed to be open, well, they were claimed to be open to offers for Joe Gomez this summer, but the defender is said to be committed to the club. Yes, Paul Joyce has revealed a lot today, and basically this is coming after speculation that he was prepared to part Anfield for a £45 million move to go to Newcastle, which would have seen Anthony Gordon go the other way. However, the Times' Paul Joyce has now stated that Gomez remains committed to Liverpool and is now focused on emerging as a key player under the new head coach Arne Slot. It is explained that the discussions never reached the point where Gomez spoke to his potential suitors after Newcastle sought him out after a prospective deal. This, though, comes after the Athletic's James Pearce, who reported tentative inquiries were made to the England camp to arrange a medical for Gomez during the Euros. With neither club nor Gomez pushing for a move, you expect it would need to be quite the proposal for both parties for each to seriously consider parting ways this summer. Gomez's versatility will be valuable for Slot, who will be able to meet up with his defender face-to-face after Liverpool flew home from the US immediately after their win over Manchester United. The 27-year-old will now understandably be eager to play more regularly, but a change in management put his position in team in the doubt, with Kwanzaa, Konate and likely ahead of him in the pecking order with Van Dijk. Gomez heads back into pre-season under Slot on the back of the most prolific campaign yet when it comes to Reds appearances, featuring 51 times. So a huge sort of U-turn, massive transfer twist there in regards to Joe Gomez. All we've been hearing this week has been in regards to his potential exit from Anfield this summer. However, Paul Joyce has came out and set the record straight and stated that Gomez doesn't want to go anywhere, and he is committed to the football club going into this season. And as I say with Gomez, with players with lots of change, I think Gomez is a very, very versatile option. He proved that last year, almost like a utility player, can play everywhere across the sort of back line. And with sort of new signings potentially coming in through the door, I think he could see himself play quite a few times. As stated, 51 times he played last season. So yeah, I think could be a good addition to keep a hold of for sure. But yeah, certainly good news all around, I suppose, for the Joe Gomez situation. But as you can see, we are getting to that territory. Whilst we were quoted by David Ornstein that maybe over the next 10 days, we'll start to hear something potentially with regards to transfers and incomings coming in. You can start to see now some of these outgoing players or players that are set for potential exits are starting to emerge, with clubs coming in for loan offers, clubs coming in for permanent offers. But we'll probably see a lot of that over the sort of next week as we build up to the start of the Premier League season, but also hopefully see some potentially incomes coming in through the door. But Liverpool fans, that's all I've got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts on the massive transfer twist. That, of course, Joe Gomez staying put, down there in the comment section below. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, please do hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. And don't forget to check out copyclothing.com. It's loads of Liverpool merch. The link is down in the description. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Peace.